In 1994, there was an academic conference about the Beats, the whole beat movement, the pre-hippies, the people that set the table for youthful identity. So May 22nd, 1994, in the CBS Evening News, then hosted by Deborah Norville. That was short-lived. So this has got clips of not only Allen Ginsberg, but Gregory Corso and Lawrence Ferlinghetti at the conference, speaking there and being interviewed for this little short segment of the stuff that set the table for all the freakazoids that my generation adored. You know, Dylan, all those guys, hippies, freaks, free thinkers, world changers, punks, John Sinclair, Abby Hoffman. Well, we go. Yeah, the Velvets and certainly Patty are certainly affected by the Beats. It's all connected, people. It's all connected on the dirty boulevard.
They were the lonely voices of dissent in the 1950s, outsiders and proud of it. They were the artists who called themselves Beats, whose lifestyle meant as much as their work. A conference in New York City is taking stock of their accomplishments, and that's tonight's Sunday cover, how the Beat generation inspired other generations to come.
If there had been only one Buddhist in the woodpile in Waco, Texas, to teach us how to sit still.
If I had a soul, I sold it for pretty words.
Because I have created my own hell, I am, like the architect of a prison, knowledgeable of the way out. Yeah, that's the ball game. That's the ball.
Their voices were first heard over 40 years ago by a society that didn't really want to listen. Their poetry focused on sex, drugs, and journeys of the spirit. They called themselves the Beat Generation.
In the Mexican zoo, they have ordinary American cows. What? That's a perfect haiku.
I think it was a revolution, but without spilling a drop of blood. It was a revolution of the spirit, of the consciousness. Gone were the 50s, the 40s, and all the dumb stuff that they were thinking about.
After years on the fringes of society, the Beat Generation is now being honored at an academic conference sponsored by New York University. It's about time, say some of them, that their artistic achievements were recognized.
The whole point was literary history of the Beat Generation. That is, as a literary movement, not as a movement of bongo-playing idiots.
I believe in eat today and drink tomorrow. I believe in human beings, not lima beans.
In coffee houses, some young people inspired by the Beats imitated their poetry, not always very well. But in the 50s mindset of suburban conformity, the Beat Generation mostly inspired disgust.
They're dirty. They never clean up, and then their mode of living is with their free love and their free meals and their free pads, as they call them.
Go thou, die hence. And this world report you well and truly. Anyway, I wrote the book because we're all gonna die.
One of the Beat pioneers, author Jack Kerouac, died in 1969. But his novel, On the Road, lived on at the conference as his friends read out loud.
Go! Dean was sweating. The sweat poured down his collar. There he is. That's him. Oh, God, Sherry.
Other Beat poets showed their grim view of society lives on, even in their recent work.
Come on, pigs of Western civilization, eat more grease. Eat more marbled sirloin, more pork and gravy.
While historians acknowledge the Beats as the founding fathers of counterculture, placing them on an academic pedestal may be the opposite of what the movement intended.
Academe recognizes you like that, you're finished. You become an old fogey.
Yet when Generation X meets the Beat Generation, they seem to connect.
They did it back when it was pretty much unheard of, back during the years of Eisenhower.
These graybeard rebels agree. It's easier to be nonconformist in today's more pluralistic society. And they're glad they can help the Beat go on.
And I'm sure there are genius poets of this generation that are 18 years old, burning in the heartland of America, waiting to raise their barbaric yawp over the bus sounds of Washington Square.
There's been a revival of interest in the Beat Generation. Poetry readings are back, being performed at coffee houses straight out of the 50s. Even MTV now has poetry programs that would make Jack Kerouac proud.
Thanks for watching Cleveland Live Music. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe icon. Here you'll be offered up some videos by YouTube that are the best for you to watch. The best. Hopefully they're mine. I think they are. If you really like the channel, down in the description of the video, down there, there's a Patreon and GoFundMe. You just send me money. Cold, hard cash. I'll take it. I'll just take your views and the subscriber stuff, and even just watching the next video. Cool with me. Cool with you? Thanks.